Immediately she saw this egg, she couldn't resist the beauty of this egg. Trust me, if it was you, you can't even resist the beauty of this egg. The egg was golden in color, huge, beautiful, and attractive. She couldn't just abandon that beautiful egg there. The egg was too beautiful to be left there. It was too beautiful to be abandoned. So she decided to take it home. But what she didn't know was that that was the worst mistake she have ever done in her life. That egg didn't just belong to any kind of animal in the world, but it belongs to a beast, and a mother beast for that matter. A mother beast that could do anything, go any length to save her child. That was the kind of egg this lady took home. So the question is, animal owns this egg, and what will be the fate of this woman? What did the mother catch the thief who stole her egg? And what do you think this mother creature is going to do to the thief who came and stole her egg? Hello, my wonderful people, you're welcome to my channel. If today is the first time you are seeing this beautiful face, you're welcome. You're welcome. So what we basically do in this channel is that we talk about animal stories. So in the olden days, or in the ancient time, when the sky was the land for the squirrel to walk on, there was this lady named Marianne. Marianne was a young widow. Her husband died when she was only 3 months pregnant. That was when her husband died. So she was left alone in this world. She was also an orphan. When her husband died, he left her with a pieces of land in their farm, in their village farm. So that was the only inheritance that her husband left for her. So that pieces of land was what was, putting her together, sustaining her, and feeding her. That was where she usually cultivates, and whenever it was the harvesting time, she would go there, harvest some crops, sell them in the market, and make profit, and use the profit and buy something for herself and her unborn baby. That was how she was surviving the whole time. She was living in a small hut made of a mud. The hut was molded with a mud with a clear soil, and the roof was actually built with all these palm fruits. That was where she was living. She was actually a poor widow and a poor pregnant woman. She was actually a hard worker. She was doing everything possible to make sure that she survives. And everybody in the village actually likes her. She was good. She was real good. They loved her for her hard working. And yeah, that was it. Things was going on smoothly. She would go to farm, harvest her crops, sell them, and that was it. Until one day, Maria was actually going to her farm, and when she got to her farm, that was when she saw this beautiful golden egg hidden beside a palm tree, a fallen palm tree. She got attracted to the egg. The egg was golden, it was beautiful, it was huge. She got attracted to the egg. She tried resisting, but she couldn't. The egg was so beautiful. It was so beautiful to be abandoned there. So she went for the egg and, get the egg, put it in her basket, and carried it on her head and headed home. But one thing she never knew was that she, if she had known, she wouldn't have done that. She wouldn't have done that. But because that is going to be her nemesis. So when she got home, she put the basket down and changed. She took her bath, changed, and started preparing to cook the egg that she brought from the farm. So in the process, she tried breaking this egg, but the egg refused to break. It was so hard. It was so strong that she wasn't able to break it. But Maria was not actually giving up. She also had this thick heart. If you don't break, I'm going to break you always. That was how it was, her and the egg. Between her and the egg, that was how it was. She was determined to eat this egg, whether cooked or not. She doesn't care. And it seemed like she was actually craving for this egg. When you are pregnant, you could crave for anything. That was how it was with her in this situation. But she didn't know that it was a trap, and she was already falling into this trap. So she tried breaking it with her hand, but it was not working. She went into her kitchen, bring a knife, hit it on the egg, but it was not breaking either. She brought a mortar, hit it on the egg, but the egg was not even moving. It was unshakable. It just felt like nothing was. It just felt like Maria was pouring water on the egg. She brought an axe, hit it on the egg. Still nothing happened. Not even a crack. Nothing happened. That was when Maria knew that this is beyond being normal. But something in her keeps telling her that you need to eat this egg. You need to eat this egg. So she tried cooking this egg, but this egg was not cooking. It was not even showing any sign of being in a hot boiling water. It was not showing any sign of like it was cooking or it was done. Nothing. It was just there staring at Marianne as if giving her a warning, as if the egg was giving her a warning. God, Marianne was so blind with her craving for this egg for her to have noticed that she should have, let the egg be. But no, she wants to eat this egg. She wants to eat this golden egg. She was determined. So she sat down and started thinking. She was thinking of how she could break this egg. How she could, eat this egg. That was when one thought came to her. Why don't you go and get a okra leaf? Okras. So Mariam stood up quickly and went in search of this okra leaf for her to be able to eat this golden egg. She searched and was fortunate enough she found an okra leaf, and she broke as many leaves as she can. She went home and pounded this okra leaf to the extent that it started drawing. The okra leaf started drawing, to her own taste. So she took the egg with the okra leaf, and they massaged it, rub it all over the egg, and she swallowed it. And that was it. She swallowed the egg just like that. Back to the bush. The mother of the egg now came, searching for her egg, looking for her baby, looking for her egg, but she couldn't find it. She searched and searched, but she couldn't find it. The question now is, who owns this egg and who took this egg? For the part of who owns this egg, it was a big python. And for the other side, who took this egg, it was Mariam. So the python was looking for her egg, but she couldn't find it. So she started singing. From the initial time, whenever this python circles her egg, she usually sings a song for her egg. So the baby in the egg has already mastered the song. So the python started singing the song. I'm going to sing the song with my own language and translate it with English. So the python started singing. Akwekori my dori my dori my kwekori my dori my do akwantu sarimana my monye weria dori my do akwantu sarimana my monye weria dori my dori my. So in translating this song to English, the song is just saying, my egg, my egg. The egg that I laid beside a palm tree, I don't know who came and took the egg. So that was what the python mother was actually singing. Then back to Marian's house. The egg inside her stomach was hearing the voice of her mother, of its mother, and it started responding to her mother's call. And the egg started singing the song. Wani men no janjara titi. Ilanu kukum na wo janjara titi. Obamegbe njo janjara titi. Osum njo janjara titi. Owera kokurum janjara titi. So translating the song to English is simply saying, the python baby was actually telling telling Marianne whether if she was hearing the voice of her mother, the voice of his mother reaching out to him. That then he started telling Marianne that you used gun on me, still yet I didn't break. You cooked me, still yet I didn't cook. You still used knife on me, still yet I didn't break. It was telling Marianne everything that she used on the egg to break it, but still yet it wasn't, it didn't crack or it didn't break. So it was telling Marianne all this. Marianne first. Marianne was frightened. Marianne was like, is this thing coming from my stomach? Where is this thing coming from? As the egg in Marianne's stomach was responding to the call of its mother, the mother was hearing it, and the mother was coming. The mother was following the sound. The mother was following the sound of its baby, the voice of its baby, to locate where the sound was actually coming from. So each time the mother sang the song, the baby would respond from Marian's stomach, and the mother will follow the voice of the sound to locate where her baby is. So that was how they were doing it until when the python came nearer or closer to Mariam's house. That was when Mariam knew that this is not going to end well, and definitely it will not end well, because this mother python is determined to save her child, like any other mother will do. So the python sang the last song, and that was when Mariam went into her room, brushed into her room, and hid herself under her bed. She closed the door, but the mistake she did was that she didn't close her window because she was in a rush. So the python mother sang her last song because she knew that she was close. She just needed a little hint. So the baby in Mariam's stomach responded. And as she was responding, the mother was coming closer. That was when the python knew that the baby she was looking for was actually in Mariam's stomach. And mind you that Mariam was also pregnant. The python clawed in through the window to where Mariam was lying, or rather hiding in her bed, under her bed. So the python was able to find Mariam. The python, the python circled Mariam out of her hiding place, and circled Mariam. The python circled her until she was out of breath, until she gave up the ghost. Then the python then, caught Mariam's stomach with its teeth and took back her egg, her precious egg. While Mariam was lying lifeless on the ground without any help, the python took her egg and went back to her base. And that was how the story ended. So tell me what you were able to get from the story. Tell me. So for my own moral lesson, what I learned from this story is that we shouldn't be greedy so much. Yeah. Sometimes you should let things go. Because I think it was greedy that made Mariam to do whatever it takes for her to eat that egg. So greedy is not good for me. That was what I learned from this story. So tell me what you learned from this story, and tell me where you are watching from. Okay? Do well to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Bye.